Our next guest, the author of an amendment that would put an end to federal health insurance subsidies for President Obama, congressional lawmakers, and their staffs, and end that special treatment. He claims Mr. Obama has ignored the law and is featured prominently in a new Citizens United media campaign.
It was a backroom political deal. Barack Obama ignored the law and issued a special rule. He exempted Congress from the pain of Obamacare and gave them a huge taxpayer-funded subsidy for their health care that no one else gets.
Joining us now is Senator David Vitter, a member of several committees, including the Armed Services Committee and the Environment and Public Works Committee. Also joining us tonight is David Bossie, president of Citizens United, leading that campaign. Let me start with the Live by Your Laws campaign and the Vitter Amendment. Senator, what is the future of your amendment? How likely is it that living by your laws is something that most senators and most congressmen would even contemplate?
Well, Lou, I think the big difference is when I secure a vote. I'm fighting for a vote right now, and when I get an opportunity for a vote, and I will eventually, then a lot of votes will come our way. When a member has to publicly either side with America or side with Washington. So I feel good about our ultimate chances, but the first step is fighting for that vote.
Well, not to get too into the weeds on Senate parliamentary procedure and rules, are you going to be able to move this vote to the point where you will actually have both a vote and an amendment that could succeed?
I think we'll eventually get there. It may take a couple of tries. Right now, this week, I'm trying to get a related vote on a bill about drug compounding. Next week is a National Defense Authorization Act. Both of those are key opportunities for related votes, and I hope to have a related vote at least to make sure there's complete public access to information about how different members treat their staffs, who's going to the exchange, who is not. That would be a key first step. Everybody goes to the exchange? No one gets a subsidy. Under this bogus illegal rule from the Obama administration, some folks don't even have to go to the exchange at all. And that's a part of this debate. And so that's why I want full disclosure about how Congress is handling the law.
As I was saying, David Bossie, I mean, the idea that everyone would have to go into the exchange on Capitol Hill and over at 1600 Pennsylvania and do so without subsidies. I mean, that would be radical to most of the people on Capitol Hill and the president's staff listening to your voices here tonight.
Well, look, Lou, I think you're 100% right. There should be full accountability, and the senator's being modest because he was offered, I believe, last week for an opportunity to have a vote up or down on his bill. But when he lost, he would have to agree not to bring it back up. And he stood tall and he said, no way. And we're counting on, and we hope that people will go to livebyyourlaws.com, sign a petition to support Senator Vitter's effort here to make Congress have to live by the laws they pass on everyone else.
And you're carrying out, United Citizens is carrying out a nationwide campaign to support the Vitter Amendment, which is, you could call it the American Amendment, or the America and David Vitter Amendment, if you prefer, Senator, because
America's good enough for me. You can leave my name out of it. That's fine.
This is such an attempt, as we seldom see, to level the playing field against the very people who create our laws, but who exempt themselves from them, Senator.
Lou, this should be the first rule of American democracy. What Washington passes on America, it lives with itself, same way, no special treatment, no special bailout or exemption or subsidy. That should be the rule across the board. And Lou, it's important for two reasons. First of all, just basic fairness. But second, there's a very practical reason, because the sooner Washington starts living by that fundamental rule, the sooner Washington will start getting things right on Obamacare and a lot else.
Yeah, I think you're right, Senator. And David, as you begin this campaign to live by your laws, I imagine you're going to get significant pushback from members of both parties, because there is a high level of comfort there, as you well know, in Washington, with the prerogatives and privileges of exemption.
I was at someone's home the other evening, and one of the someone there was a staff member on the Hill, gave me an earful about how dare I, a Republican I might add, how dare I support the Vitter Amendment and why are we doing this? And I say, well, look, you know, Congress is at, I believe Rasmussen has him at 9% in the polls approval rating.
As of today.
And I say, as of today,
Yeah,
and you're really trying to go lower. Yeah, you're trying to go lower because you're not with the American people on this. This is wrong. It's wrong-headed.
And Lou, let me be clear. Look, under my amendment, staff and members could get the same sort of subsidy by income level that every other American get. So if you qualify by income level, that's fine, but not a special subsidy just for Washington, which no other American can qualify for, which is way more generous, way above what any other American can get.
I've got to ask you both. How much angst do you believe is in the White House tonight after President Bill Clinton, who has been the president's great ally and, if you will, on most issues, his alter ego, saying, keep your promise, Mr. President, even if you have to change the law. David?
Well, I think it's all about politics, and this is a pretty good indicator that a very smart politician thinks the political winds are blowing against Obamacare, and he's trying to put his wife in the best position. So that's a pretty good indicator from a very smart politician that things are not going the president's way at all.
David Bossie, you get the last word here tonight.
Lou, thank you. And 66,000 people in Tennessee were told today you're going to be losing your coverage. 1 million in California today are getting cancellation notices from one healthcare provider alone. We are seeing this thing crumble down around the White House. They own this, and they can't correct it fast enough. And I think, as the senator just said, Bill Clinton is trying to distance his wife from Obamacare.
David Bossie, Senator David Vitter, thank you both for being here tonight, and good luck with your efforts.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Up next, a strong warning for Iran.